It's Sad Boy Slaps channel.
Okay.
And we are.
Okay. Hi. Welcome to Sad Boy Slaps. Today we're going to be going over theme decks, specifically Air. So get a good look at that. Over the next couple videos, you're going to see we'll open up all these guys, but today we're focusing on this guy. JT, take it away. Rip. Scissors right here.
So Zane, you actually played Air in the tournament. Thoughts on Air and its playstyle, how you should play it, what's fun about it?
Okay, yeah.
Its playstyle. Is it aggro? Is it control?
No, Air is definitely a control kind of archetype. It's interesting.
Control? Or
say
control something else too?
It's something else too. There's a lot to Air.
I think it's kind of racist to try to put them into a category.
Okay.
Like, you could make any color. It's a whatever engine, in my opinion. It's just how you want to do it.
So with Air specifically, we have a lot of movement shenanigans. We can control the board state and manipulate our opponent's movements. We also have a lot of kind of the spell slinger traditional style in TCG. The spell slinger, chain combos to do a bunch of damage with our low costing spells. Lots of AoE damage, lots of freedom of movement, lots of flying characters.
Spoiler, am I right?
So, little spoilers here and there.
And then Zane, since you did this deck, I'm gonna have you go over a majority of the cards in here and how to play with them.
Sure.
If you were to play. One thing I did want to mention. One thing I do love about this game, the starter deck is $15. Just like MetaZoo. Because MetaZoo is the only other card game I know that did this. It comes with a full holo copy of the card for you to play with.
Oh, your boss monster, yeah.
So you can keep this one in your binder as a collector's holo, and they give you a common copy of this card for you to actually play with, so you don't devalue this card and you can collect it, or you can trade it, you can do whatever you want with it. But why don't you go over this guy, Zane?
Awesome, this guy. So
you lost to him twice today, you should know.
Yeah, I know. I got 2 mirror matches where I got poked with Air. And then he just jacked my Air guy right now. So, yes. So, Aval Stormblade, right? This is a 5 costing, 4 Air, 1 neutral mana guy. He comes out with haste. Traditionally, when you summon a creature, they come in exhausted. With haste, they come in able to act, which is really cool. And then he's got the Storm Hydra's Blade. Basically, when this creature attacks, he gets to roll a d6, and he'll deal 1 damage to X creatures. X being the number of dice we got, the number we got on our d6. He'll deal 1 damage to each creature. Now, important thing to note is he has to deal. If I roll 5, and my opponent has 2 creatures, I have 3 creatures. I have to hit every creature with 1. I have to hit my own creatures, so there's something to watch out.
So like a double-edged sword, you would say.
But
against like a token deck or a mini rush deck, that's a mini board wipe there.
This is a board wipe on an attack with this guy, and he's got a good styling, a 3/6. You've got other means of buffing him in the deck to make him a little bit scarier too, and keeping him safe. So definitely a really good boss card to have.
Now, JT, before we get into the actual deck, why don't we crack open that pack right there so we could see what packs look like?
Or, if you're smart enough, Domingo, you can shut up, like, subscribe, just smash that like button again, and share. Share again. If you don't share,
guys.
Death Knight will be in your room at midnight.
He will.
Well, I don't even know I don't think they know who Death Knight is.
We'll be introduced into that pretty soon.
If we pull him.
If we pull him. We're gonna pull him. I believe in this.
Oh yeah, this gotta be a way.
Oh, that's one of our favorites right there.
Alright, so I'm gonna come in right here. Go ahead.
Staple of the Air deck right there.
I got some fat fingers.
Pretty cool, guys.
Domingo hates this card.
We're gonna burn all of the copies and set
I'm
a
personally
that card.
looking for a full hollow one of this so I could frame it.
And that'll be one of the 3 existence in all existence.
And I just put
And
another
Air. Nice.
Hey, give me that card. Give it to me right now.
That's funny because this is for an Air deck and a trade has been made. Look at how good water looks. Look at that. Okay.
Yep.
Let's go into the actual deck.
Sorry, we had an agreement and I already pulled the Griffin at the tournament.
I needed one. I needed one for my air stuff.
I need more.
I need more. I can run 2 of these.
All right, so Zane, why don't you kind of go over some of the cards? JT, just go through the cards and.
That's our mana. It's really good.
I believe it comes with 11.
Yes, this does come with 11.
There are alternate arts you can pull. There's a
Do you guys know if we can get these in hollow or are they
Yes.
not hollow?
You
Yes,
can?
we can. Yeah.
So Arcane Bolt is a standard in every deck. You want it because if you deal damage.
How do you know you can run that in any deck?
Well, that's a neutral. So this card is a neutral costing card, which means you can use any color mana.
And how many
play it.
copies of that can you have in this deck?
If you look right here, it says 3 per deck.
Right there. What's really good about this deck this card in this deck specifically is we like to do 2 spells in a row. And it's a very cheap costing card. We can do direct damage, draw a card. Very
And
good.
like we said earlier,
This is our board wipe on a card.
he comes in non-hollow, so you can keep this seal or trade. Or if you want to flex on your homie.
Right.
I don't know. There's some Yu-Gi-Oh players out there. I can smell it. You guys do smell. I'm one of them.
All right, so this is kind of our, we've been talking, there's a front row and a back row. This card is kind of our front row specialist. She's got the Magic Ward key trait there, which makes her immune to being targeted by spells.
Did they give us a full playset of her?
I believe they gave
Or
us
is it
5 or
5?
6.
6.
They gave us a full playset
Okay,
of her.
so it's a full playset that comes in this deck.
Right, and so her second ability, that Shape Changer ability, when that card is the target of an attack, you can roll a d6, and if you get evens, or I believe you flip a coin. You can either flip a coin or do odds and evens on a dice for your heads and tails. But let's say we get heads, we evade the combat damage and just end combat immediately. So if you want a really good blocker, this is a really good blocker. Here we have our mage. This is one of our best cards here. This costs
Sadly, they don't give us a full playset.
They don't give us a
of
full
her.
play set. But it has reach, so if you put it in that back row, it can shoot over things, and it also has an ability that's really, really powerful. So if we roll, once per turn, we can target an ally creature, roll on our d6. 1 to 3 means we'll give it flying, we'll give it aerial, which is like a flying keyword. 4 to 5, we give it a +1, and then our 6, we give it both. Really strong card.
The reason why it's good is because later on it'll combo with another card in this deck.
Yeah, we love dice rolls. This is Dispel Magic. This is a neutral costing card. JT, why don't you tell us why this is good?
They can read.
They can read. It's really broken.
I mean, you
Traps, we can play at any time.
I don't think we need to really explain the cards too much. They kind of explain themselves thoroughly. You can pause and read.
Yeah, but you're gonna explain the synergy in the deck and stuff like
So
that.
this guy with our this artifact here, all of our air cards that roll dice will combo with this card, because if we use an air card and roll a dice and it's even, we can select to do 1 damage to the target player, right? So all of our cards so far have been rolling dice to get effects. If we get evens, we can stack those with the artifacts, damage. Lightning Bolt, another cheap combo for our kind of Spell Slinger synergy. You'll see a card coming up. Negates blocking really good. Restoration, neutral card that gives us 2 HP.
Restoration and the other
The Dispel Magic or
Arcane Bolt come in every single structured deck, by the way.
That's good to know.
These are our birds. They have haste and flying, and also have a die roll when they come out. It synergizes really well, gives extra spell damage.
Basically, when you're starting hand, you want to see at least one of those, and you're solid.
Yeah. This is our Ancient. Ancients are really good. They
You
generate
can only
mana.
have 1
Yep.
per deck, and another really cool thing is you don't have to. So, say for example, I'm running a Void deck. I can have, for example, an Air Ancient. It's not limited to the color deck you're running.
Yes.
That's also good to know for deck building. If you played Magic, that's basically your commander.
Yeah.
And then this card also comes in every single structure.
Best deck that
Yeah.
card saved me so many times.
That
today.
card, it's our draw, sacrifice.
Oh,
our
and
draw
also
seven.
another fun fact is you can do chains of spells. And spells can't be played any times, but traps can be played at any time from your hand.
And this card is our this Whirlwind Slash. This is the one thing we want to play second on. So we want to play our Arcane Bolts or Lightning Bolts before this card to kind of get additional damage, right?
So in conclusion, it's a control kind of like burn almost.
Yeah, like a burn control, and to mention on an ancient, we can every time we decide to move, because we can move in this game, we get to move their cards. So we stall them out. We'll explain further probably on the playtest game.
Oh no, go ahead and explain
Well, yeah,
the good of that card that we figured out today.
Right. So let's say I have our bunch of 1/1 cloud speakers. I decide to, and they have really strong cards, right? A really strong, powerful card in their front row. If I have 3 cloud speakers, I can choose to move my cloud speakers, and that will allow me to move their cards. So I can move him either adjacent or front to back, right? You can either move left to right or forward backward. You can't go diagonal. So we can move these 3 to move him 3 times. So we can go back and to the right twice, and then he might be behind someone that's blocking his attack. And now you force them to have to exhaust their card in order to move them into a position. So you have, you can manipulate them to make moves they don't want to make, to actually be able to use their cards and attack.
Basically, yeah.
Which is really good.
Gives it a little bit more control.
Yeah, that's Air, guys. So remember to hit that subscribe, like, share it. This has been Slap Boy Slaps. I'm Zane, this is JT. Peace out. Have a good one.
Dead inside.